Coming to you from Amalie Arena in Tampa, Florida, where Alabama just lost to Vanderbilt in the just technically the second round of the SEC tournament, but Alabama's first appearance on Thursday. They lost to Vanderbilt 82-76, but led by as much as 15 points in the second half. Blake, just tell me really quickly, what are the first things coming around? What are your takeaways from tonight's game?
First thing to come to mind, just in the second half, lack of closing out on Vanderbilt's really good shooters. I believe it was Studi that hit 6 threes for them. Yeah. A couple turnovers, bad turnovers in the second half led to, I believe it was a 15-2 run from Vanderbilt to come back in the game. And so just a loss of momentum in the second half, weren't really able to pick it back up on offense, and a lot of that led to a loss.
Scottie Pippen Jr. was a thorn in Alabama's side for a second time this season, totaling 26 points, but 15 of those 26 came from the free throw line. Katie, Scottie Pippen Jr. has quickly become, of course, just like his dad, one of the best players in the SEC. What do you have to say about, his performance tonight?
Yeah, he kind of had a lot to prove after some of his post-game comments yesterday about how Alabama was a really beatable team. There was a lot of chippiness on the court behind us here tonight, and he didn't have a good shooting night from the floor. I think for a while he was like 1 of 13, but he specialized in his specialty of drawing fouls, and I think shot 21 from the line. And was the team's leading scorer, was the game's leading scorer with the 26 points. And so the line was really kind of a big difference in the game tonight. Last time in the Vanderbilt matchup, when it came down to a lot of free throws, Alabama shot 88%, 22 of 25, and then tonight they were 20 of 34, which is 58%, which is, not great. So you leave a lot of points out there. They had the 15-point lead, and it could have been even bigger if they made free throws in the first or second half. Instead, they don't, and they're leaving Tampa.
Alabama itself only had 2 players score in double digits, led by Jaden Shackelford with 21 points and Javon Quinterly with 13. But Alabama got in foul trouble early with JQ. Javon Quinterly had 2 fouls early on, and Oates pretty much sat in the rest of the first half. Both he and Shackelford, ironically, the 2 scorers, fouled out in the final minutes. Ellis also had 4 fouls, but a lot of free throws from both sides of the ball tonight. But Alabama is now out of the SEC tournament, and we'll wait till Sunday to see where they will be seated in the upcoming NCAA tournament. I'll ask you guys, both of you guys, this question: what are your predictions for the seeding, and where do you hope to see Alabama and win what bracket this year?
Seeding, I'm gonna guess around a 7, somewhere between a 6 and an 8 with how they finished the season. Probably could have been as high as a 5 if they had finished the season strongly, but somewhere in that 6 to 8 range. Likely a 7. As far as bracket goes, I'm not entirely sure, but
fair enough.
You've seen this season that they could beat anybody. They could match up well with a 2 seed, but honestly, we're just gonna have to see.
Yeah, I would think after dropping 3 in a row, being 0-3 in March, probably drop down to the 7 line. I don't think they'll fall all the way to 8, even though if you looked at their record, you might think they would, but because of the resume, the committee's kind of shown that they're rewarding that all season, so I would think a 7 seed. And I don't know where they'll land in the bracket. There's so many variables that factor into that. But weather-wise, it would be nice to go out to the West Coast, maybe San Diego. But travel-wise, there's a couple of locations that are closer that I'm sure Crimson Tide fans would enjoy.
Well, regardless of where they go or what seed they are, Alabama will find out on Sunday afternoon with the rest of college basketball. For BamaCentral.com, I'm Joey Blackwell here with Katie Windham and Blake Byler saying goodbye from Tampa, and we'll see all of you next week. Thank you so much for watching.